Alexa, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm so excited to talk to you.
Oh my god, I'm so excited to be here too.
How are you doing?
Oh no. Oh, that's okay.
Oh, we're good. I got a lot of really good questions I'm excited to ask you, and I look forward to hearing your answers.
Yay!
How did you end up getting the role of Ultraviolet for the DC TV universe, and what was the audition process like?
So I actually auditioned for it just like any other. So I got a call time, and then I went in, and then I actually auditioned for my cousin's part first, which was cool. Yeah, and then a couple days later, I went in for Ultraviolet, and it was a super short scene. I had no idea what was going to come of it. Like, I really had no idea. And then I got the call, and I was just really excited that I was going to have a name, because this is my first part of importance, if I can say that. I have no idea. But, yeah, it was just really, it was simpler than you would imagine.
How so?
Yeah.
How is it simpler than you imagine?
Just because it wasn't like months, or it wasn't weeks. It was just all very quick.
And did you ever see The Flash before you signed on as Ultraviolet?
I watched it before auditioning, but before that I hadn't. I'd heard of it, and I'd heard it was good, but I just never. I don't watch that much TV. And I remember once I got the audition, I read that it was a meta, and I had no idea what that was. So I started watching the show, and then I fell in love with the show. I actually texted one of my friends, and I was like, I really like the show. I really want to book this. And then he told me, like, oh, you want it that bad, so you're not going to get it. But then I did. So it was cool.
How did you prepare for the show? Did you use any of the comic books as research?
I looked them up, but I'm pretty sure my character is different on the comics than it has been on the show. So what I did instead is, on the first episode, I got to work with the director and with the writers, and then we all just kind of, they kind of explained to me what they had in mind, and then I told them what I thought of it, and then we all kind of collaborated to come up with Ultraviolet.
Yeah, when I was researching my interview questions for you, I saw that there was a different version of the character than yours on the show, and I thought that was very original for the show to have your version over the comics.
Yes, it's been really cool. It's been really fun, just because I've gotten to experiment with it.
And after shooting scenes, pretty much like every scene you can expect on a show like The Flash, what is the vibe like on the set?
Honestly, there's just so much adrenaline going through me, and it's very comfortable. Like, I always feel safe to try something new, and I always feel safe to ask questions, and everyone's very welcoming, so it's always just very fun.
And who do you enjoy working with the most on the set?
Ooh, that's really hard. I love everyone. I really do. I really like working with Kayla, though, just because we're supposed to be family, so I feel like there's just like a special connection, if that makes sense.
Of course. And do you do your own stunts?
It's kind of like been changing. So it's like a mixture of me and my stunt. For episode 12, I got to do I got to do the whole fight sequence, which was really cool. And so it's just kind of a mix of both.
And what kind of training did you do for your kind of stunts?
None, kind of. I took like some martial arts. Like I dropped in to kind of learn stances and stuff, and then I work with stunts on set, and we just kind of figure out then. So it's been a challenge, but it's been fun.
And when you first arrived on the set for your very first episode, what was that like, and who did you hit it off with the most?
So I ended up going to the studios before my shooting my first scene, because we were doing tests. So it was just very mind-blowing to be there. And then my first scene was actually, do you remember in episode 2, when the particle accelerator explodes,
Mm-hmm.
and me and Kayla get me and Allegra get our powers.
Yep.
That was the first scene, and I remember it was funny because I felt like such a bully, and it's so not me, but it's so Esperanza. And I remember like having to push Kayla, and she was like she's shorter than me. It was an experience. It was fun.
Well, what's it like working with her?
Oh, it's so much fun. She's so sweet. She's so sweet.
What is something about being on a show like The Flash that most people would not expect?
I'd say what took me by surprise, at least, was that I would always see people on TV and think, their life, it looks awesome. Like, they've got everything figured out. And then I remember I got this part, and, I mean, it's been probably one of the greatest experiences that I've had in my life. But at the same time, like, I'm still human, and I've still got a life, and, like, my problems are still there. And, like, it wasn't as, like, picture perfect as I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that counts. But to me, that was kind of like a surprise. I don't know. I just thought it would fix everything in life. But it's just another job, in a sense.
Well, it's a very good job for you to have.
Yeah.
I got an add-on question here. Because you started watching The Flash, are you going to watch all the other shows?
I've watched a little bit of Supergirl. I've heard Arrow is the best.
It is.
I probably will, honestly. That's a good idea. Now that I have so much time.
Exactly. I've been a fan of all those shows since the very beginning, since Arrow started. And I watched them all over and over again. And it's just the best part. Because I have autism, I use these superheroes as inspirations for my everyday life. And they pretty much save me as if any superhero would kind of save me.
Oh, that's so lovely to hear.
Thank you. Yeah, I grew up with DC, but I never actually experienced a TV shows like these before until Arrow started. And I just love the TV shows more than most of the movies.
Who's your favorite character?
From what show?
From, let's say, The Flash.
I definitely, other than Grant, Barry Allen, I like to say I connect with Caitlin a little bit more. And Cisco, because I like to use movie references as well, like Cisco does. And Caitlin, she goes through 2 different personalities, and I have a big personality, so because of my autism,
Oh, sorry, cut out that last part.
Oh, sorry. With Caitlin, I felt like we have different personalities, like exactly what she goes through with Killer Frost and herself, and I feel like I go through the same way.
I kind of relate to that too, actually, yeah. That must be really fun to play too.
Yeah. I love how Danielle is playing the character. I love how the whole cast is playing their roles, like Tom, Grant, Candace. Everyone is just phenomenal.
Oh, Tom's really fun too, yeah. Always improvising, kind of.
Mm-hmm. I met a few of the DC cast at Comic-Cons before, but I would love to meet everyone someday.
Oh, yes, we would love to meet you. I'm sure everyone would too.
Yeah, I'd love to meet you in person someday too.
Yes, I'd give you a big hug.
What do you love most about playing Ultraviolet?
Why do I love most? I love the outfit. I feel like it's so cool. I would usually never wear things that tight, so it's fun to get to do it.
Well, I hope to actually do a cosplay of the character someday, because the costume is just so cool.
Yeah.
And I think the costume is kind of easy to make, so I just gotta figure out how to do it.
Yeah, you got this. I believe in you.
Thank you. What is your greatest challenge playing the role?
I'd say all the physical stuff. Just because when you're doing a fight scene, it's like learning a choreography. And I tried dancing for a while, and I couldn't do it because choreographies just like never stay in my brain. So it's just been a challenge to kind of try and remember every move and just like tying it all together as I'm learning it like right before doing the scene.
Right.
But yeah, I'd say that's probably been one of the biggest challenges. But it's been a really fun experience.
And I can relate to that too, because I don't always learn everything the first try. I like to do things over and over again so I can memorize it. I don't dance or do stunts or anything, but I like to kind of study scripts or study lines on my own because I like to read them and do impressions and memorize movies from memory.
I love to too. Have you ever seen Screenplay? It's like they have a YouTube channel and they have a Instagram, and it's really cool because they put the scene and they put the script right below so you can see
yes, I know who
how
they are.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love it.
I'm definitely going to try something like that someday, and I definitely hope to use my own skills to work in the movie industry someday.
Everything's possible.
Thank you. A couple more questions. Who or what was your inspiration to act?
That's a funny one. Honestly, I think I've known I wanted to do this for a long time. Like since I was probably like 10, I was already telling people like I'm going to be an actress. And I'm from Mexico, and I feel like a lot of people there just it's not as big as it, like the film industry is not as big down there as it is here in Vancouver. So for some reason, it was just a weird thing to think when I was there. But when I was in grade 2, I think it was, Acer Computers came to my school, and I think my school was sponsoring a commercial for them, and they picked 2 kids from every grade, and they picked me. And I remember they gave us, like, they sat us on rows, and then they gave us computers, and then there was, like, an actress that was supposed to be your teacher, and there was a camera behind me, and I remember we just got to, like, type and play along as if we were in school, and I just thought, like, wow, this is so much fun, and she's, like, getting paid for this, like, this is her job, I want to do this, like, this is so much fun. That's kind of how it, like, started getting in my brain, and then I started developing it more.
That's very cool. I've known I wanted to be in the film industry since junior high. I didn't know I wanted to do it until then. I love telling stories. I like making my YouTube videos, like doing interviews with wonderful people like you, and doing art. I see myself doing this, and I already have such great connections on social media. So far, I just gotta go to school and go for it.
Yeah, honestly, it just takes believing in yourself, knowing that you can do it, really believing, like, I can do this, and then just putting all your effort into it, working, classes, just a lot of classes, and perseverance. Because for me, at least, I started acting professionally probably like 5 years ago, and I've been auditioning a lot, and I hadn't gotten anything of importance. I didn't even have a name before, and it's just now that it's starting to grow. So it has taken, I mean, it's all relative. Some people will be in the industry for 20 years before they see anything. Some people on their first audition. So I'd say don't get discouraged, don't compare yourself, and just work your hardest and enjoy it.
Well, I appreciate that advice.
Yeah.
2 more questions. What kind of movies or TV shows do you like to watch? Of course, you already said you don't watch much TV earlier, so I still added that question anyway.
Yeah, it's okay. I like comedies. Like White Chicks just went back on Netflix, and I've been like binging that one. It's really cool. I don't know. I like laughing.
Me too. My favorite thing to watch that makes me laugh every week is America's Funniest Home Videos.
Sorry, it was cutting out a little bit.
It's okay. I got the same thing on my end, too. The one thing that makes me laugh every week is America's Funniest Home Videos.
Oh, I haven't watched that. Is it on Netflix?
No, TV. No, but it's live every Sunday, and it's been around for pretty much since the 80s, and I watched it pretty much my whole life, and it just makes me laugh. And I just go on YouTube and watch their videos.
I'll watch it too.
And the one other show that makes me laugh every week was Big Bang Theory.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That one's really funny. I want to try and memorize the introduction song.
Oh, yes. I definitely have that memorized by now.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. And my favorite character is literally Sheldon, Jim Parsons' character, because of how alike they are. But I love how I can relate to all the characters at once.
Have you watched the new show that came out? Well, I don't know how new it is anymore, but it's like when Sheldon was a younger, Sheldon.
Young Sheldon, I definitely still watch that one.
Yeah? Do you like that one better or the Big Bang Theory?
Big Bang Theory better, because I like the live audience feel and how hilarious it is. Young Sheldon, it's just a different take of the series. It's not in front of a live studio audience, so that's a whole different experience.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And my last question is, are you currently working on any new projects?
Not right now, no, I'm not. But I worked on a movie 2 years ago, and I think it was supposed to be coming out this year, but now with all the circumstances, I have no idea. But hopefully you'll see more of me soon.
Definitely, and I look forward to seeing more of you on The Flash.
Aw, thank you.
I'm so excited I got to talk to you, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you. I love doing this.
Me too. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I'll have to send you the links for all my other videos and show you the video of our interview once it's uploaded.
Yes, for sure. I'd like that.
Well, thank you again, and I'm so excited that we got to talk, and I love talking to you.
Thank you, me too. Well, thank you so much for all your questions. It was super fun talking to you.
Me too, and thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You
good
too.
day.
Bye.
Bye.